Right, here we are, Gavin Lance Topp here. I'm here with an absolute legend from Queensland, Australia. Eddie, thanks for coming on today, mate.
My pleasure, Gav.
Mate, I've really been looking forward to this. We've got a strong, gutsy Christian warrior here today, I tell you. 53, having your first child, mate. You've had an epic business work career in IT, in hospitality, a business analyst, and currently your position is you make people happy on site.
That's right.
Tell me, people that are watching, have you ever heard of this before? Mate, this guy's a mover and a shaker. He makes up stuff and it happens. Am I right or not?
I've got no idea what I'm doing, but yes, that's pretty much how it goes.
But he's brilliant at it. So, mate, I suppose what I want to talk about today, among other things, the Become a Better Man challenge. So you did it not so long ago, mate. What was the thing that got you to say, all right, I want to do this Become a Better Man 4-day challenge?
I went to a breakfast where I listened to a fine delivery of a bit of King Solomon's wisdom from you.
Yeah.
Really liked what I heard, but I think more than anything else, I loved the fact that I was hanging out with other men who wanted to chase something as well.
Yeah.
And that got me basically over the line. I didn't know I was looking for anything like this.
Yeah. How good is that?
That's good.
Terrific. I've never heard that before. That's brilliant. I love that one. What are you looking for? Not sure. You sound perfect.
That's it.
So, mate, all right, you committed to the challenge, mate. You turned up online. Have you ever done an online challenge before?
Never.
Yeah.
No.
Awesome. So day one, mate, when you done the VIP experience, I remember. So you come on early, asking questions before we jumped into that day one on what's your enemy. What was that like, defining what your enemy was? How did you find that?
Very challenging for me, and I was quite slow on it because I'm an overthinker. In fact, when I bought my troopy, it came with a sticker on the back that says, "Hold on whilst I overthink this." And I thought, this is perfect. I am, however, changing that because I don't want to overthink things anymore. But I'm slow. I process slowly. It takes me a little while to get on board and work through things and try and understand exactly what it is that I'm doing here. So that was challenging for me. And I had to go and hunt because I'm perfect. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't have enemies. I don't have any weeds in my life, do I? Everything is just dandy.
And I suppose from day one, get your enemy. And what was even like listening to the other men before then we get into day two, what we need from men, from women. What was that like, mate?
That's actually the key for me because what that does, listening to other men, they ask questions that I go, oh, that's a good question. I could have asked that question. So it raises things that I wasn't aware of. And I think probably the biggest thing for me was the ridiculous honesty and rawness of these men. It was like we don't know each other. We just met each other. We're online, and all of a sudden, guys are sharing stuff and asking questions that is just out of this world. So that was very encouraging, and that makes it straight away work because you are just at ease immediately.
Yeah. And I suppose, mate, because you're a Christian, and if you haven't done this challenge before, share truths, principles, some stories from the Bible. Mate, what was that like, the flow, I suppose, over the 4 days?
That's one of the things I love about how you do this. Is it's often think it's very difficult to do any course that is a mixture of Christian and non-Christian, because you're either a Christian course or you're not. But this is not. This is worldly wisdom. It's stuff that your experiences, other men's experiences, that come out and say, hey, this is what I've done. And it's got nothing to do with Christianity, for example.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, as you and I both know, at the end of the day, we all come back to a connection. And I feel like this is probably the key trouble that a lot of us have, is that we somehow at some point pulled the plug from God. And now we're floating around the universe, not knowing what's going on. So it's really nice to see a connection to, this is how you operate in your family. This is how you operate in business. This is what you do for yourself.
Yeah.
And most of that come from that old handbook, the Bible.
Yeah. 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 It's the truth, and it's worked for a few thousand years.
Correct.
And I suppose that, yeah, for maybe non-Christians watching, yeah, the truth is the truth. Sometimes as men, we misinterpret it. We mess it up. And I think
Yes.
that's probably, obviously you've been through the challenge, and we've got the next one coming up. And when, like I said, we have men from all different walks of life, from UK, America, New Zealand, all around Australia. It's amazing, all walks of life. But I don't want to give it away, but even by the end, when we talk about you either compete or you create, what was that like, mate, really getting into that creative place?
That's a real cracker for me, because I think for so many of us, we tend to compete because everything's been done. I'm just going to do it better than the other guy. That's the normal, the default setting. So for me, that's actually a really big one. And it's actually something that I've started doing a little while back, not that long ago, a couple of months ago. I started creating some stuff. I started writing some apps. And I've realized the importance in that creating. This has just highlighted that, and it's just elevated how important it is to have an imagination to create something. And I now look at business ideas very, very differently.
Yeah, yeah. And I suppose, mate, how do I say this? I'm sure you've seen good, solid Christian men operating at what I would say average faith, predictable faith, just doing what they've always done, etc. And I suppose what I've seen even recently, from even the challenge that you went through, we've seen all these men start really leveling up in their faith, taking risks, getting creative, looking to invent, start, create things. What's it been like being even just in spend those couple of days in that environment?
It's encouraging. It's this accountability. So what we do during this time is because we set ourselves up with accountability partners,
Yeah.
I personally feel very much encouraged by it, because I'm a guy that'll sit back and relax and cruise very easily. But when I've said I'm going to do something, and I now have somebody asking me, have you done that? Or I know I've got to report back and say, hey, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
That's great. It's really good having that. And everyone's in the same boat. So we're all the same. We've all got different challenges, like different walks of life, like you say, but different challenges, different spaces in time, different times in our life, and setting up those challenges and then saying, I'm now accountable for it, because somebody's going to ask me, have you done it? How are you going with that? Love that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And for those people watching, maybe you've heard me speak before, but I'm always talking about structure, discipline, and as you said, accountability, man.
Yeah.
When a guy gets locked into those three things, he is unstoppable. So, mate, there's going to be men that are going to listen to you and go, hey, you know what? I'm an overthinker. You know what? I'm looking to create something in a business. Or maybe the guy's having their first baby and the timing's not right. To those guys that are looking to maybe do the next challenge.
One of the things that I've learned from you is that we go through seasons, phases, and I'm 53, so I've lived a bit, and I've been through many phases in my life. I have been married before. I've been through a divorce. I have struggled with depression. I've had businesses. I've worked for people. we're always in different stages. And for me, it was late 40s, mid 40s when I was concerned about what am I going to do in the future? I don't have an education. What do I do? How do I do this? How do I make more money? That got me into trouble, that got me into the state of depression. But I was fortunate at the time. I came back to Christ, and that changed my life dramatically. I was a different person as a result of that, and the growth I've had since then. But I've reached a new stage. I'm recently married. I'm going to become a father. So I am not concerned in the slightest, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this new stage in my life, but I want to be prepared and I want to do it well. I don't want to just float through it and everything will be fine. Everything will be fine, but I want it to be more than fine. I want it to be great. I want to be a great husband. I want to be an exceptional father. I want to be a good friend. So all of those things are important to me now. And this is what I'm getting out of this so far.
Yeah, so good, mate. So you guys that are watching, any questions at all, leave it in the comments. Eddie will answer them. I'll do my best, but Eddie's the smart one here. Reach out to us. Mate, you're such an inspiration. Thank you for stepping up, doing the challenge. And I think I said before, who's doing the next challenge? Did I see you stick your hand up? Are you going to do the next one?
Why not?
Why not? There you go. And this is the whole thing for you guys that are watching. If you're looking to level up as a man, as a husband, as a father, as a leader, the challenge is for you. If you want to level up in your business, your family, your faith, the challenge is for you. I would say if you know somebody who would benefit from those things, share this with them and do it with them. Do it with Eddie. Do it with me. This is how we inspire, transform, change the world, by lifting each other up. So, Eddie, mate, once again, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for stepping up. Mate, you're going to be a great dad, I know. It's going to be awesome. So, thank you, mate. Over and out.
Thanks, mate. Have a great one.